All right, boys. Let's do this.
All right.
Let's get dressed, man.
Great show here
Still
tonight.
Right.
Let's go.
All right, boys.
Let's bring them in.
Let's do this thing.
3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Bob with HellMaidens.com, and I'm here with Silvertung at Bourbon Street. Introduce yourself for me, please.
Hey, what's up, man?
Jam Speed, how you guys doing?
I'm Dan, I'm a drummer.
Scoot, bass.
Sterling, lead guitar.
Okay, so first question, what's the name mean?
Actually, I mean, Silvertung is basically, it's the same meaning as Silvertung Devil, basically. But where we got the name from makes it more interesting. Which is, we were jamming in my uncle's basement. That's where we had a rehearsal space, and he had all these 1970s porno flicks. So we started flipping through them, and I pulled out one. It's Silvertung, and I went, I got the name. And that was pretty much it. That's how it was born. And then we just didn't like the Tongue, so we took the Tongue Mafia and used that instead, which seems to us looks better. So that's pretty much. So basically, I guess what it means is pretty much the same thing as Silvertung Devil. But that's where the name actually came from. Some people say, hey, did it come from The Simpsons? You know,
That's what I thought. Gemini in Springfield.
Yes,
Right.
But no, unfortunately not.
And you guys jammed with John Christ. How was that?
Wow. That was a very humble person. Very cool.
Awesome guy. Really good.
Yeah, we got the call to ask to do it. They would do a few songs with them. We were just like, sure, whatever you want, we'll do it. And we ended up going knocking on heaven's door and
Mother, of course.
and so that was definitely an honor.
That was like the best birthday gift I
And to see how talented he is, too.
Right.
I mean, when he just started freestyling, and him and Sterling were kind of jamming, and me and Dan were just kind of holding down the grill, we just watched it, was just, it blew my mind.
I was there,
The dude's got chops. Man,
It was,
chops.
the other thing that was quite interesting was, I know to some people it seems very demeaning, you know, to be asked, you know, you're a lead guitar player and you've been doing this for such a long time. All of a sudden, you're asked to be a roadie. I thought it was actually one of the coolest things. I actually got to sit down with some of his cool gear and tune it out and tweak it out.
And that was history too. That's the first time he was on stage in 10 years.
Wow.
Really? I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that. I thought he'd been performing in California or something.
Oh,
No,
wow.
that was
Where
the
he
first time in
lives.
10 years. If you check out Blabbermouth, I posted a review of that. That was the first time in 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Man, and,
Yes.
and with us.
That's
See,
cool.
that makes it even that much more.
Oh my
you know?
God. So we actually made history.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
And you know, when you guys did Knock on Heaven's Door, it was weird because he didn't play it first. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it because of the whole heaven devil thing. Did you catch that?
Yes, yes.
He stood there for like the first minute.
The weird thing was when we were asked to do that, I kind of was like, wait a minute, we want us to do Knock on Heaven's Door?
Oh, he picked that out?
Yes.
Yeah,
He did. You know
Yes.
what he actually
He
said
did.
was, "That's a really cool jam. We should do that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good excuse for a big guitar.
Right. That was kind of where it came
In
down
which
to.
people, it just, I mean, people were just standing there going,
Yeah, I was even on the side of the stage, just like in awe. Just, God, this is amazing. To know
One of the
that I'm
few
actually
times-
standing beside him singing the
It's
song.
one of the few times I've seen you speechless, by the way. Very few.
Dano too.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely it's a humbling
shouldn't
experience
have
when you
said
see
that.
somebody like that.
You guys have quite a few endorsements. How did you get all your endorsement deals?
Busting our ass.
Being out.
Busting our ass, definitely.
I guess
Begging doesn't hurt sometimes.
Yeah.
No, really, it's all of the things that we do, and we offer back up to these, you know, companies. And we played a lot of their gear through the years. We're very knowledgeable about most of the stuff that they have, and it's not just, I mean, the Jaeger. I mean, I think everyone's
We're
experienced that one.
knowledgeable
But, you know, it's, you know, like the guitars, you know, both for me and for Scoot, and we played that stuff for years. And what better way to talk to them and say, hey, we're doing all these great things. We can get your name even further out there, even to some, you know, such little stuff, because there's not always everybody out there that's, you know, hey, you know, I'm John Christ, or I'm, you know, Steve Vai, or whoever, you know, that can afford those $2,000, $3,000 guitars, you know, or whatever. You give them an opportunity to sit and actually look at something, you know, that's midline, to upper line as well. It's kind of cool. You can get out there and they actually get a chance to touch it, feel it, play it.
And I think a lot of the guitar companies and other people that we sponsored, they understand. With him, it was Dean Guitars. With me, it's Spectre Basses. I play Spectre by choice. I'd do it anyway. If I got asked to be an endorser of another product, I would say no. What better salesperson can Spectre have than somebody who really, really likes the product?
Right.
I can go sell Toyotas, but I'm a Ford guy. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? It's here as well as here too. So
knowledge.
I think the companies see that in us, and plus we play a lot. I mean, we're out a lot, and so we're putting their product out there.
Do you break your string off every night?
Yes, every night. It's kind of my way of saying the show is over.
Literally, the show is over.
Nigga, one more song.
Anymore.
We out.
So you guys, this one is called Never Too Late.
Godsmack cover set the other day. Are you guys huge Godsmack fans?
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
I've heard a lot of people say things about Godsmack that I don't believe are true. They're cookie cutting every CD or every album. I don't believe that. I mean, when they're adding what they did from prior, yeah, it's gonna sound familiar. It's Godsmack.
Right.
It's gonna sound like Godsmack.
They have a style.
Exactly.
They
They
have
have a certain niche, and by all means, use that niche as much. If that's what pleases people, why change it? That's and that's one thing that I love about Godsmack. Outside of the fact that I think Sully is a great frontman, and for Shannon now, Godsmack's even better because Shannon's in there.
Great job.
Thank you. He's also a Baltimore boy, so I think it's great.
You mentioned the story with the band name. Do you guys have any cool fetishes or anything? Or?
We have cookies.
I don't know. I mean, everybody in the band's got tats and some kind of piercings.
You will come to the
Except
dogs.
for I don't have any tats at all. I mean, like, I
We're
don't
working
know.
on that.
Yeah, pretty soon now. I mean, we're definitely gonna get
He
inked
needs
up
to be
here.
started.
Especially with Bernie and the guys over at DeVille Inc. Those guys are awesome.
Oh yeah. I mean,
That's
They said they're gonna hook you right.
I'm,
We're gonna just duct tape you down to the floor.
that's the first place
We
to go.
each get one.
That is
I
the
get,
first
I get a
one.
leg, Sterling gets a leg.
That's the
and
first
then-
place.
The rest of you guys, any fetishes or anything? Or
There's hardly time for hobbies. I mean,
hobby? This is not a hobby.
well, there's hardly time for fetishes, actually.
We need separate seats for this, I think.
Yeah,
You're a band.
Have you ever seen Silence of the Lambs? When the guy's in front of the mirror?
Right.
Okay, there you go. Next question.
So when is your CD coming out?
Never.
well, here's the plan. It's basically written. The first 6 are recorded, so we got 6 more to record. The plan is late December, early January studio.
Right.
March, April, done, released.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Right.
And will there be a tour to follow, or?
That's what we're planning on.
Yes.
We would
trying.
love for that to happen. Here again, it's the music industry, and
Right.
if you don't have some kind of backing or
Right.
some kind of support, you're gonna die out there.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, we're not so much worried about making the money. as in getting the music out there.
Get involved.
In my personal opinion, I'm not sure what I haven't spoken to these guys about this. My personal opinion, our music, if we can just get it out there, I believe that our music is strong enough to touch people. In whatever way it is, if it's a slow song that gets you, or if it's one of the heavy songs that gets you, that's great. Whatever it is, and I have a lot of people say, so what does this song mean? What does that song mean? It's what it means to me. You get what you want out of it, because it's going to be different. It's going to be a different view. You're going to get something out of it that I didn't see.
You know, it's funny that the scene's starting to dwindle a lot. A lot of bands are splitting up and just disappearing now.
Yeah, you know, and I think a lot of that has to do with the economy, because there's a lot of clubs closing. There's a lot of bands that aren't drawing anymore. And it's very frustrating when you're not drawing.
A club owner is very, very cautious now of paying a band anything if they don't draw. You have to earn your keep. The economy's tough. He's not making his or her money. The owner's not making that much money. You better bring people to the club. You can very easily fail as a band. And I think they're dropping like flies, and it's a shame because there's a lot of talent out there that people should be listened to and should get the opportunity to hear, but the club owner's got to pay the bills at the end of the month. That's just the way it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, we actually feel very, very humbled and very lucky, because instead of us losing gigs, instead of us losing fans, it's just the opposite.
Yeah, we're still
gaining
growing.
things.
It seems.
And we're still sitting back going, I don't know what the difference is, but whatever we're doing, don't stop doing it, because we're watching people fall off, and clubs fall off, and fans fall off, and we keep gaining more and more. So I think we feel very, very lucky about that.
You guys open for a lot of national bands. Who's been the best and who's been the worst?
Wow.
That's a tough question.
See,
No,
musically or
you name it.
well, there's some people that stick out in my mind as being really cool to have met. We just Wednesday night right here played with the Gracious Few, which is part of Candlebox and part of Rock.
Amazing.
Those guys were cool.
Great guys.
I'd never heard the music before. It's a relatively new project, and I'm telling you, I was very impressed with the way they write music. It reminds you of if you took live in Candlebox, and it just, I mean, great lyrics, great music, great groove. Drowning Pool, the guys in Drowning Pool
I
were
gotta
really
say,
cool.
Drowning Pool's probably gonna be one of my favorites.
They were really cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
like really, yeah. They were walking around.
Oh,
the whole
And John
time.
Frakes has got to be on the cool guy list.
Oh, hell
John,
yeah.
obviously we
Hell
said
yeah.
that already,
But I mean, like,
he's
if I had to
definitely
choose
a cool
who
guy.
I was going to go out and drink and get arrested with and all that stuff, it would have to be Drowning Pool for me. You know what I mean? Because I feel
We're-
like
Kicks still.
Kicks has been a lot of fun.
Those guys are bringing it just every bit as good as they ever did, if not better.
They've never lost a step. Gracious Few, they
Yeah,
still have
they
it
were
too. I mean, like, I
impressive.
was really surprised. Kevin got up there and he rocked this place, and
We did.
yeah, he really
Actually,
did.
Kevin came up here
And hung
and
out
hung
with
out
us.
with us
Yeah.
on his own. He
We
just
did.
came up and said, man, we just wanted to thank you guys for jumping on the bill so fast, because the band was previously on there, jumped off.
Right, and we introduced him to a Maryland pastime, which is Natty Bow.
Yes. Warm Natty Bow.
And he
Warm
said,
Natty
and he
Bow.
said
We
it sucked.
didn't have it
He
cool.
said it sucked, so that's
Right,
that's
so that's
Maryland.
good.
That means he likes it, right? Exactly.
Right. Porn.
You know. So, but he was a really cool cat. You know, man, I think it's really hard. I mean, LA Guns. I mean,
Which version of Rally Guns?
Phil Lewis.
Yeah, Phil Lewis, right?
and Charm City.
Yep.
Yeah, multiple times.
Pop Evil. I mean,
Pop Evil's
right
cool.
there.
I mean, all these cats. I couldn't really honestly. You know, I know it's Drowning Pool, but I couldn't really pick a favorite because I mean, like, you know, it's like a brother. You know, you get together, drink some beers, war stories, battle stories. You know.
And hate to throw this out there, but you're not going to get us to do this on live TV if we had any hated ones. No, we liked them all. They were all awesome. Thank you.
I've asked every question I have. Do you guys have anything else you want to say? If so,
Where?
MySpace.com/Silvertung, Facebook.com/Silvertung, and Facebook.com/Silvertung Rocks. ROX. You can also catch us at Reverb Nation/Silvertung.
hey, this is Bob Hell from HellMaidens.com. Thanks for hanging out, checking out the interview with Silvertung.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having us.
Will do.
Thank you, Ron.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you so much, bro. And thank you guys. you guys are the ones that count the most.
We'll see you out on the road somewhere. Come see us.
I'm Dano,
I'm Speed.
Scoot.
Sterling.
and we're
Silvertung.
And you're
watching Hell Maiden's Interviews.
Damn, we got that right.